Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. We're about to jump into the Red Zone Broly fights. Now, I'm very curious. I think that Fusion Zamasu is just going to do this by himself. So I brought up a bit of a funny team in here. Let's jump in just like this. Again, we got a bit of a funny team. We have some goofy guys here. Perfect, we got great RNG, which really helps. Well, I guess... whatever, let's just jump in. Again, I brought kind of a goofy team, but I think Zamasu will be able to handle this just by himself. Alright, so we got Super Boo on the team. LR Super Boo. I really do wish LR Super Boo was a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna put Super Boo in slot 1. This might seem like, oh my god, craziness. Actually, we kind of do want TEQ Zamasu's damage. Let's prioritize Super Boo. While things are easy, let's get Super Boo some of those hits that he needs built up, right? Again, just while things are pretty easy for him. You might notice I did bring LR Omega Shenron. I mean, this is just more so of a test. Like, you know, under the dominant umbrella of LR Fusion Zamasu, could we just bring, like, LR Omega and he could do okay? Remember that Omega can still get damage reduction, but it's per Rainbow Orb. So, I mean, that's not exactly... We'll guess some, but it's not gonna be super crazy. Now, the good news is, you know, we're probably just going to be rocking Fusion Zamasu slot 1, Omega slot 2, pretty much the whole way through. If things go very south, by the way, we would be able to revive with Omega. Keep that in mind. So that's another reason I decided to try him out. Alright, now one thing that is unfortunate is we do have Mid-Junior and Omega on the same turn here. That's kind of a bummer. Oh yeah, this is bad. Let's prioritize Mid-Junior. Float off Omega. Yeah. This is what we should do for sure. Mid-Junior needs to get some super attacks in. Yeah, we could do exactly this again. We'll float Omega off. We'll send him onto the other rotation with the other Fusion Zamasu. I'm not really super worried about the Fusion Zamasus. I think with their damage reduction. Remember, Broly does not hit as hard as the other big guns. He does not. So because of that, we should be A-okay. Now... Okay. This is not bad. I don't think we need to use... Yeah, we're A-okay. I'm gonna save the tech. I'm not worried about the you know, Fusion Zamasu Ring or anything like that. We'll do that. Tech Androids will be A-okay with the amount of orbs that they're gonna get. We should be okay right here. Perfect. Oh, that's good for us. Super attack right away. Again, remember, Fusion Zamasu, turn 1, 80% damage reduction. Turn 2, 60% damage reduction. Then he's at 40% damage reduction for the rest of the fight. But Broly does not hit as hard as First Form Cell, Rose, Omega, Metal Cooler Core, like the Cell Max event. None of those. So because of that, it's like a character like Fusion Zamasu, a character like Piccolo Jr., you know, these characters will just terrorize this Broly. Broly's got no shot. Now, we do have to be very concerned about Super Boo as well, especially if he's not going to guard like that. Although, I guess to be fair, it's only AGL Broly at the end that we'd have to worry about. The other thing to keep in mind, too, is that we are running a full villain team here. Remember that villain characters do not get hit as hard as superclass characters from villains. So, that is going to be very, very good for us, of course. Alright, so again, we're going to be down to just a sliver of health right here. And again, I feel like it would be in our best interest here to prioritize Piccolo Jr. getting a super attack and getting an attack in. Because remember, he has to do, what is it, 5 super attacks? My Fusion Zamasu is not built up at all, but the beautiful thing about Fusion Zamasu, the only build-up he has is his damage, right? You know, on the turn, he gets hit once on the turn to get defense, although the way it activates for some reason is the defense activates immediately. So it's like he doesn't even, like, he doesn't need to get hit to build up defense. It's just when he gets hit, he gets the extra defense, right? All right, we have a great rotation right here. We got our boy Omega. I wish Omega had more orbs. I'm gonna have Omega super attack first for us. Yep, that should be a good idea. Let's do that right there, bam, and then we'll go ahead and pop this for Super Boo. LR Omega. I did not see myself using him on a random team. This has to be like the saddest shit ever, by the way. Omega would actually be so crazy next to Fusion Zamasu if he just was damage reduction per extreme class ally. He would be so nuts. It's so sad. They decided, they killed LR Omega. We just got a villain Carnival LR who's nearly worthless. It's so sad. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Now, this was our turn to easily eat a super attack. Okay, perfect. There it is right there. What is the cooldown? I'm curious. What is AoE Broly's cooldown? It has to be significant. 9. Oh my god. It's 9. Wow. That's a lot. We could... Uh-oh. Alright, so we've entered into Fusion Zamasu's domain. That's beautiful. It means we're going to get the extra support and stuff like that. I'm tempted... Yeah, we need Piccolo Jr. to build up his damage still. So, remember, again, the cooldown is 8. So, we know 100% Broly cannot super attack right away. We have no fear whatsoever. He cannot super attack right away. So, I love how this side, every single turn... We've gotten to this, like, with Broly having, like, a sliver of health left. Every single turn. Alright, goodbye. And every single turn, it's just Mid Jr. doing one attack, and he's dead. Alright, so we have Omega. What? Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Let's toss it.
一気にこの星ごと吹き飛ばしてやる。この星もろとも消えてなくなれ。
It is sad because Omega's animations are great, right? So we need to make sure that Omega gets a lot of rainbow orbs. That's very important. We're going to do this. How are we linking up, by the way? Big Bad Bosses, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Just the typical stuff. Let's hit this. And we got 3 right here. Okay. That's only 21% damage reduction, but Omega will be able to super attack first, right? So I'm not really too concerned. There's... That's so funny. We attack break. I hate when the bosses do that, man. The second attack is the super. What a troll. This will do a little damage, right? It's just a very, very minuscule amount, yeah. 16 million. This Fusion Zamasu is fully built up. The funny thing is that my Fusion Zamasu didn't get built up at all, but, like, it doesn't matter because we just went into Infinite Zamasu mode anyway. Oh, dude, we would have, like, like, if Zamasu just did 2 additional supers, like, this guy would be, like, dead. I'm so used to seeing this super attack animation, by the way, fighting the Omega boss. Alright, here, hold this. Not really the craziest damage ever. I think Broly could super right here, by the way. Let's see. Wait, do we have our... Were we under the threshold? Do we have our revive up here? No, because we got to be... It's below... I always get that... For some reason, I always get that mixed up with Super 17. It's under 50% HP for Omega's revive, right? I always get that mixed up for some reason with Super 17, who's 70% HP. Yeah, I'm a silly goose, guys. Just you gotta let me go. Just being a silly goose. Oh, really? So we did this. All right. Well, the fight's over. Well, that was fun. Yeah, Fusion Zamasu. Like, this is really such a goofy team, and it just doesn't matter. I mean, now villains are in a much better spot. Like, it's, you know, I know a lot of people are upset about the Vegito character, and mainly the terrible transmission condition, which is terrible. But, like, I really was coming into this celebration like, man, like, they can't fumble the villain characters, man. It's like, you know, there's a lot of people like using villain units. The thing with me is, I mean, I rainbow every character. I showcase every character. So I would prefer if they give us strong villains, so that when I have to showcase a villain character, I'm not dying in shame. Or when it's like, all right, we have 5 attempts per day at Rose. We got to use shitty villains. The 5 attempts are going to take 10 minutes and we die in 1 turn every time. Like, that's just no good. So it's like villains, because villains are always going to get less characters than superclass characters. It's just the way it's going to be. It's always going to be less villain characters than heroes. So the villain characters just needed to be a lot stronger. They did. They needed to be made to be very powerful to where they could really hard carry. And we do at least have Mid-Junior, and we have Fusion Zamasu now. And then, of course, we have the AGL Fusion Zamasu as well. AGL Fusion Zamasu, we'll be giving him his own video in here also, against the old boy Red Zone BROLY. Yeah, could you imagine that, adding AGL Fusion to Zamasu to this team? Like, it's just like, it's a joke. I'd probably take off Super Boo. I mean, Super Boo did fine, right? Like, he did okay. Super Boo will be more impressive if we can get another Majin Buu character that Super Boo can link up really well with. Although, to be fair, let's say we get Buuhan. We need several Buuhans, right? Let's say the next Buuhan that comes out, he's turn 1 Buuhan. Buuhan has the best link in the game, Big Bad Bosses. You know who doesn't have the best link in the game? Super Boo. So, I would say there's a very good chance that Super Boo is just going to end up being a worthless, wasted release, just like Int LR Fusion Zamasu was. I think those chances are very good that those are going to end up being 2 worthless, wasted releases. But we will see. We will see. We will see if those are actually... Oh my god, Piccolo Jr., we get it, dude. Yeah, we got it, buddy. Thanks. So, this is the Fusion Zamasu showcase, by the way, not Piccolo Jr., who's just doing this over and over. Are we going to go to his active skill as well? It's been a little while since I've done his active, so I would not mind it at all. By the way, this is the thing about giant transformation characters in this Red Zone era are just so crazy. Back, you know, people... Like, oh man, I love the days when every character didn't have to have guard and stuff like that, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, sure, fine. But remember, giant characters sucked ass back then too. Okay. Guess what? Giant characters are now some of the most busted characters in the game these days because the bosses are so crazy that we need these special, spectacular abilities in order to sort of get around it, right? And that's the thing. Mid-Junior here, by doing all of this. He makes it to where we are not going to get super attacked. Broly cannot super attack. And that's one of the most devastating things about this Broly, right? Is his double supers. What? Oh my god, dude, I've gotten this like 5 times. Boo's active is actually so crazy. Watch our HP, and this is an attack break as well. Yeah, that active is really powerful, actually. That's nice. It is really nice. Cool. So that's an attack break. It massively heals you. And then it could do some decent damage as well. Yeah, Boo has a tremendously powerful active skill. But it's tough to get Boo's active skill to come out. Right? Again, I've only had a couple of fights where I've ever actually even done Boo's active skill. It's just not a thing that you see very often. But there we go. Yeah, easy peasy. Broly, it's like, Broly once was a very tough fight, and he cancels dodge, right? Dodge is the strongest ability in the game. A fight that cancels it obviously is tough, but, I mean, Broly's damage, it just doesn't hold up anymore. Broly is just not hitting hard enough to penetrate the modern characters. You know, 2023 characters, for the most part, like, Broly's damage is just not enough to really get through to them. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.